Hey all, how are you? I wanted to talk a little bit deeper about why I don't teach people how to make mascara, especially in a workshop or just a quick event where people are dropping in to make a thing that they want to make. I have lots of reasons, and I did a quick video on Instagram and shorts and all that, but is kind of the science behind why. The thing that I talked about the most was the preservative. So the preservative portion, this is where you don't get microbes in your product. So it's super important, especially with mascara, because it's water-based, it would grow all kinds of life forms, bacteria, mold, yeast, fungus, none of which you want in your eyes. So if you put an unsanitary mascara on your eyes, you can actually go blind. If you put something on your eyes that gives you an infection, it is super dangerous. Of course, you've all probably gotten something in your eyes that irritated it and gave you like a little bit of redness, pinkness. So think about that just on a big scale. It's not okay. So that is the biggest, most important reason I don't teach people how to make mascara in the workshops. It's just not sanitary enough. Now for kind of the fun reasons. The solvent and the gel issue. So basically, this is glycerin, it's a solvent, it helps to blend the gel into the water. So if you were to drop this straight into water, you'd get nothing but a big clump. Think about putting cornstarch into boiling water. It's totally clumpy. So you have to put your starch or your gel into your glycerin, the solvent, which is hydrating for your eyelashes, great for your skin. So it's a really good solvent, just like water is a solvent, but you have to hydrate this together before you add this to the water. So those two have to be taken care of as one portion of the whole mascara making project. And then once you've got your waters all ready to go, so you have to have boiling water and your solvent and your gels, those mixed together and thickened and heated, they still have to stay almost boiling. So then you mix your emulsifiers, your oils, so anything like jojoba oil or cocoa butter, all of those sorts of things. You mix those into your emulsifier, get them melted, and they are gonna be really hard oils and butters, and so they're gonna solidify really fast if they don't meet hot water. And so you would end up getting like chunks of oil floating on top of your water. And so if your emulsifier and your oils don't blend correctly, you're gonna get a disaster of separation. So it's really dependent on the heat and how fast you add everything in. And if we're making a little tiny batch, it would take it would be really complicated, and you can't make any changes to the recipe. So I measure this recipe down to the 0.01 of a gram, even though I make between 100 and 200 bottles of this. So imagine the tiny amounts you would be making and measuring if you were just making a couple of bottles of mascara. So the math kind of doesn't work out for that as well. And then for one of the messiest reasons, it is black iron oxide. This stuff does not clean up very easily. I've got mixers, scrapers, blenders that have a lovely black hue to them because they've made mascara before. I have a wall behind me. I don't know, you can't see it from here, but I have a wall behind me that has mascara on the wall. Can't get it off because it doesn't come clean. So mascara is just crazy messy, and if you're mixing it up and you get it all over your clothes, I don't want that to happen. So another reason, once you've got this gelatinous, goopy substance mixed up, you have to get it into a container, and it needs to be a closed system container. You can't just have an open like jar that you would dip your brush into, because then your brush would be way overcoated with mascara. And second, once again, microbes, bad guys getting in. So you have to put it in a closed system container, and it really does not want to go into this container. It fights this little entrance here, and this is a big one. And so just the whole process. It is really complicated. It is very technical. I can't shrink the recipe down small enough to be able to measure it out for you guys. And you can't make any changes, you can't make any mistakes. So it's just one of those things that if you were one of the gals that I was consulting with to start a cosmetics company, we could definitely go into mascara. But just on a daily basis, not gonna do it, and that is why. So if you have any other questions about mascara and some of these ingredients and why I add them and what they do, I would love to answer those. So we'll talk to you later. Have a great day.